Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Book Busy and Blessed. And if you follow me on Spotify, you probably listen to my podcast, Dive In with Divine Diamond. I'm thinking about the top of the year changing this channel to that name as well. That way sometimes I could record here on video and on the phone at the same time, get a little audio and sorry guys, and video at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So today I want to talk to you guys about stepping out on faith, because faith without works is dead. I want to talk about to stop letting fear hinder your progress, and also you have to start where you are or risk not starting at all. So first we're going to start with a Bible verse about fear. This is Isaiah 41:13. For I am the Lord your God, who takes hold of your right hand and says to you, do not fear, I will help you. So, if you guys are anything like me, and I used to say I'm ashamed to say, but at the end of the day, God knows where we are. God knows what we need help with, where we're going in our journey, where we're stuck in our journey. And, He knows the will for our lives. So He knows where He has us, where He wants us, and, what's going on. So, but I used to say that I'm ashamed to say that although I believe in God, although I'm trying to strengthen my relationship with Him every day and grow closer, change my ways, step away from old things and old behaviors and old mindsets that I may used to have, for some reason, certain fear just really has a hold on me, you know? And at the end of the day, we all know that other scripture, but I'm going to use in another video about another topic about how God doesn't give us the spirit of fear. So it's like, on one hand, how can I believe in God and trust Him and have faith that everything's going to work out and everything it is what it is? And on the other hand, I got this fear that's crippling me, that's holding me back, that's keeping me stuck. And, sometimes the fear is so much greater than my faith. And, you know, it's hard to think that that's where I'm at, you know. Um, but fast forward to now, currently, tomorrow's Christmas Eve, 2023. But I have a testimony for you guys soon. I'm going to work on that video when I have a little more privacy. You guys know I'm a single mom of 2 kids, and they're probably going to be in the background. My youngest, and got some other family around, and I want to really be able to dive in and really tell you guys that one. So I'm going to wait for that one. But I will say that God has been working with me, because one of my things that I want to bring into the new year is to stop letting fear cripple me, to stop letting fear hold me back, to stop letting fear be a thing, you know? Earlier this year, I decided to surrender myself to God. And when you surrender in all areas. Like, what are you going to do for a job, a career, your parenting, your love life, dating, relationships, whatever, like who you're going to marry, when you're going to get married, um, everything, like your friendships, your relationships, like whatever you could think of. Like when you surrender, you give it all to Him. You can't just pick and choose what you want to give Him. So I started to take a deeper look at myself and realize, like, man, you're still scared to do this. You're still too scared to do that. You still care about all this stuff. And to be honest with you guys, like, literally, it took me, it took me like about 30 minutes or so to even start this video. Like, I was so like, I don't want to speak this over myself, but at times I get really shy. I get really like caring about people think too much and just want things to be right. And at the end of the day, the reason this just came to my head about you have to start where you are or risk not starting at all. And even with this video, the little background is just a little lace, a couple little LED lights. Obviously, it's not my dream background. It's not my dream setup and the vibe I want to go for, and the atmosphere and the aesthetic and whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it's something, you know. But if I wait until I have the background, wait till I have the right camera, the right microphones, the right everything, you know what I'm saying? That could take a while. I could be like, oh, I don't have the money for that right now. Oh, I don't have the space for that right now. Oh, I don't have the whatever, and just putting it off, putting it off, putting it off. And that's just not getting this word across, not getting this message across. You know what I'm saying? So that's just hindrance. Like, at the end of the day, we got to stop worrying about what people say, what people feel, and what people may project on us. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what does God say about you? How do you feel about you? Um, Another thing, stepping out on faith. Sorry, guys, I feel like my nose getting kind of stuffed up. Um, Another thing about stepping out on faith is that we got to remember that God is with us. You know, through prayer, through fasting, through surrendering, through the day to day. We have to remember that if you believe God is with you, we can't be fearful. You can't, be in the same thing. It's like God, I believe you and I'm, trusting you for this, but yet I'm scared and I'm fearful and whatever. So it's like that outweighs it. You know what I'm saying? It's like they both can't be there. Just like night and day, they both can't be there at the same time. So it's like either you're trusting and believing or you're doubting and you're fearful. You know what I'm saying? So I had to like get that out the way, get that out the window, and be like, Lord, I'm trusting you, I'm believing in you. So that's one thing that I do pray about, that I do be fasting about. Lord, get that fear out of me. You okay, Zay? All right, my little youngest is coughing again. Um, okay, so yeah, so fear hindering your progress. Like I said, it was just literally hindering me for about 20, 30 minutes before I pushed record. Worrying about this, worrying about that, worrying about how it's going to look, worrying about the lighting, worrying about the background, worrying about if I can get through this video without chickening out, worrying about is the message going to come across, you know, worrying about just things I don't need to be worrying about, you know. Um, so at the end of the day, I'm going to keep this one short, but at the end of the day, what are some things that you want to do? Make yourself a list, give it to God, pray on it, surrender it. What are some things that you want to take into this new year with you? And what are some things that you know you need to leave behind? One of the things I need to leave behind is fear, um, procrastination. And I say that on things like I'm very creative, and I really think that's one of my spiritual gifts. But, then again, you got to pray, you got to have confirmation on that as well. But I'm very creative, so I started a couple of things. Oh, my nose is getting stuffy. Excuse me, guys. I started a couple things at one time, and then I have so many little projects going on that I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try to do this one. I'm gonna try to work on that one. Oh, nope, I have an idea for this one. I have an idea for that one. So with me, the procrastination isn't that I'm not working on things, that I'm not um, putting the effort. It's that I can't finish something because I'm trying to do so many things at once. Like working on some ebooks, working on trying to write a movie, doing my podcast, trying to do this YouTube. And I'm trying to be more consistent because a lot of the times, like, if you guys are my new followers or if you've been here before, you know that the last time I posted was my pregnancy journey. And then fast forward all these years later, I just posted like a few videos not too long ago. But then now this is the next one. And it's like, when were those videos a little while ago? And I can't remember until I look back, but let's just say they were like a month or two ago or something. You know what I'm saying? But I was working on the podcast. I'm working on the books. I'm working on whatever. So I don't have a problem with ideas. I don't have a problem with creativity. I don't have a problem with wanting to do it. I just need to start focusing on maybe like one or two things at a time. so that I could finish them and put them out. You know what I'm saying? What good is a book? You can't sell it, nobody can read it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I have this book, this book, this book, this book, this book, this book, but then you guys can read it because I'm not done with any of them, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So I just need to hone in more on maybe just like a few little things and focus on that because I really want to be able to help you guys, encourage you guys, and do that in any way I can. And for those of you who don't know me like that, like I said, I used to be super, super, super shy, just super quiet, until you got to know me. Then, people say like, oh, she's funny, oh, she's sweet, or she's this, she's that, whatever. She's cool, she's chill, you know, or whatever the case may be. But on the other side of being shy, I wouldn't speak up for myself a lot. I would hold a lot of things in, which is not good for you. Sometimes it's like you holding all this stuff in, and then when you really can't take it no more, you almost explode. You almost go off a little too hard. You almost um, just a lot of stress, a lot of pressure, a lot of whatever. So it's like I had to learn to start speaking up for myself. I had to learn that it's okay to. What am I trying to say? I'll use this for an example so I can better say what I'm trying to say. So after I was in this relationship that I will probably talk about here and there, it was all good in the beginning. Then after a couple of years, it just, went left. I should have been got out of there. Went back and forth a little bit. Then God finally was like, "Girl, no." But long story short, one of the things I'd say I could take away from after that relationship is I was able to speak up for myself more to know what I'm not going to put up with, what I don't want, what I'm not going to be dealing with, how to express my feelings better, how to express what's going on, and not waiting, not holding it in, not waiting till another time when you're mad about something else, and then bringing the other stuff back up from the past moments that you should have spoke on in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, ladies, we got to stop doing that. Like, if somebody offends you or hurts your feelings or makes you upset, whether it's your man, a friend, a family member, or whatever, talk about it in that moment. Whether it's a text message, God bless the church, bless you, say, whether it's a text message, a phone call, in person, a video chat, whatever the case may be, talk about it in that moment. Holding on to things for too long, whether it's a night, whether it's a week, whether it's a few months, holding on to things, and then something else happens, it's just like you're going to explode. You're going to go off. You're going to bring all those feelings, all those resentments, all those um, angered moments that you didn't get out, all that, sadness, all that depression, or whatever the case may be. And it's just going to become too much. It's going to become way too much. And that's not a good feeling. I don't wish that on anybody. You know what I'm saying? One time I was so like just filled with um just overwhelmed and stressed and just filled with so much hurt and just whatever that I literally yelled at this dude who was a friend of mine. Like he said something that kind of made me upset a little bit, and it wasn't like nothing that was that big of a deal, but because I was holding on to everything else from other people and other situations and other whatever, I ended up taking it out on him, and he literally had to like, whoa, like where did that come from? I apologize. I apologize back then too, but I apologize. But yeah, guys, I'm kind of going all over the place with this one, but hopefully something is coming across that sticks with you, that can help you, that you could see that you need to work on as well, something that you need to pray about. But at the end of the day, just know God's with you. He's with you through it all. We got to let go of fear. We have to let go of fear. Like, we cannot let the enemy win. We cannot let him stop us from getting into our purpose, getting into our calling, hindering our gifts, hindering our next level and our next steps. At the end of the day, like I said, I need to pray on that. I need to be more consistent with the things I'm doing because I really do enjoy helping women and helping young girls, teens, and I want to be able to share God's word in my way. You know what I mean? Um, and this platform is big enough for all of us. We don't have to copy one another. We don't have to be like other people. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to feel pressure or compare ourselves like, oh, well, she has this, she has that. Her video is just wow. And, or she's not this, she's not that. Like, none of that matters. We're all get to where we're supposed to get to when the time's right. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason to compare. There's no reason to hate or be jealous, be envious, none of that. At the end of the day, there's room out here for all of us. And if it's meant for you, it's meant for you. If it's not, it's not. So don't let anybody else's shine dim your light. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of us can win. All of us can be out here um, spreading love and appreciation and encouragement for each other, spreading God's word, and just building each other up. You know what I mean? But I'm going to end this video because I feel like I'm kind of all over the place. My nose is getting real stuffy. But I just want to say I love you guys and thanks for watching. If you're new here, welcome, welcome. If you've been rocking with me a little bit, hang in there. Because at the end of the day, one of these days, I want to look back on this video and see how far I've come. And I hope you guys stick in this journey with me. And I will talk to you later.